Welcome to Mock the Mock, where we take a look at someone else's mock draft. And I'm mocking, giving you my views, thoughts, and opinions. Looking at a good one today as we go check out the Draft Network and Jamie Eisner from the Draft Network. I'm sure he's got a lot of twists and turns ready for us with the new draft order and such. But what's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo. Just in case you did not know, so go ahead, become a bro and subscribe. Leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. As always, let me know what you think in the comments section below. Let's have that nice, beautiful football discourse. We will be doing a watch along of the national championship game tonight, so hopefully I see you there. It's going to be a ton of fun, as well as quick shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Thank you for sponsoring the video. If you want to enhance your bet in life, then check out Underdog Fantasy and use promo code Broshmo when you sign up. All right, let's get into this sucker. All right, Indianapolis Colts. So I imagine a lot of people are going to be playing around with trade ups. So let's see what the Chicago Bears got. Because, I mean, hey, new draft order. Chicago Bears, new number one. I imagine trading down's ideal. I'm sure they probably want to trade not too far down, because I think they still want a shot at like a Will Anderson or a Jalen Carter. So ideally, you're making this trade with the Colts. Colts get to leave the Texans and get their quarterback of their choice. In this case, it's Will Levis, like a very toolsy guy. So I think it makes sense for the Colts to do this. If it was me, yeah, I get it. If it was me, I'd be picking up Bryce Young. That's my guy. But I understand why people really like Will Levis. So basically, the Chicago Bears will receive a 2023 first rounder as well as a 2024 first rounder, a 2023 second rounder, and a 2024 second rounder as well as a 2023 fourth rounder. I guess that feels right. I mean, do 2 seconds and a fourth, make another first. I mean, yeah, you're making a play for quarterback. You're going to have to throw a lot out there. So that's a good haul by the Chicago Bears. They're able to grab an early second round pick after throwing theirs away for Chase Claypool. All right, let's see how the rest of this draft pans out. Houston Texans, wow, they sit there, they get Bryce Young. It's kind of a beautiful thing. Like, I'd be taking Bryce Young. And honestly, I think if the Colts trade up, this is going to be either Will Levis or Stroud. I guess it kind of depends on what type of coach they bring in. But, like, just with Irsay, I don't think he's going to take a smaller quarterback. I just don't buy into that. So the Houston Texans still able to get their quarterback of the future, reunite John Mechie and Bryce Young. It's a beautiful thing. The Arizona Cardinals, new number 3, they get Will Anderson. This is just a great position to be drafting from. If you are the Cardinals, now you get a shot at really your pick between Will Anderson and Jalen Carter. That's kind of nice. That's real nice. Again, they're both, I would say, like, the two best non-quarterback prospects in this class. So yeah, have at it. Take whoever you feel is your guy, whoever you like more. What the heck? So this is supposed to be the Chicago Bears pick, and the Bears are trading down once again. So you're moving down 5 spots to pick up. You get a second rounder. I don't think that's enough for me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, no, just pick Jalen Carter. I don't think just a second round pick to move down is enough for me if I'm the Chicago Bears. So we know the Panthers it feels like they need to move up. I'm just gonna say, if you think Sam Darnold's the future, take a look at that New Orleans game. It didn't feel like it. I don't know how they won that game, by the way. Didn't they beat the Saints like 10-7? I don't know how they won that game. Not offensively, I'll tell you that. But they get C.J. Stroud. For me, C.J. Stroud's quarterback too. I think he doesn't have the ceiling of Will Levis, but a much safer floor. Which floor is such a funny word when it comes to quarterbacks. Like, I think C.J. Stroud has the capability to consistently be a top 12 quarterback, and I think he does have some traits that can make him elite. However, I think Will Levis has the better traits, or at least in terms of, like, if Will Levis hits, he's going to be a really, really good quarterback in the NFL. But he could quite frankly end up being a bust. So, I mean, that could go any way for. I mean, any of these guys could end up bust. But I feel like Stroud's a bit safer in that regard. So good, they get their quarterback of the future, and the Bears pick up another second rounder. Seattle Seahawks, they somehow stumble into Jalen Carter here at 5. So good on y'all. That's solid. Good pickup. I like it. It's yeah, I mean, honestly, like, it makes no difference, I think, for the Seahawks. Will Anderson, Jalen Carter, both are great for them. Will Anderson, obviously, already off the board, but I'm trying to, like, think if the Cardinals were to go with Carter instead. The Detroit Lions is via the Rams. Good win last night, Lions, by the way. You go Christian Gonzalez. Again, I think he's going to be, at least as of right now, probably the top corner for a majority of people as of right now. Again, a lot of shuffling between those top 5 corners. Like, I think they could go anywhere from, well, here to, like, somewhere pick 20. Like, those guys are pretty darn nice. It does feel like corner might be the best option here. I think Brian Brazee, obviously, is also another good option I'd be willing to look into if I were the Detroit Lions. Las Vegas Raiders go Broderick Jones. So they grab that another... So Josh McDaniels is like, hey, listen, I know things didn't go well with Isaiah Wynn there in New England, but let's give this Georgia tackle thing another shot. We could use a right tackle there for the Raiders, because I really do think they bring in a veteran quarterback. I think that's more likely. I don't think they're going to be in a position. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, I guess they could trade up, but I mean, if I'm the Raiders, I don't want to do that. I really don't. Just go out, get a veteran quarterback. Bring back Jarrett Stidham. Stidham season, baby. All right, we got the Atlanta Falcons. We got Tyree Wilson, who... Oh, no, Miles Murphy's still on the board. What am I saying? I was about to say, is that next edge rusher off the board, but I'm actually more of a Miles Murphy guy. But Tyree Wilson, I get it, man. Very plus run defender. Disgusting wingspan. He's going to move exceptionally well for a guy his size. I'm going to be curious how to see test, but I really do think pass rush for the Falcons is the most dire need right now if we're going to talk about needs. And luckily, you're probably going to be in a position in the draft where you're probably staring down Tyree Wilson, Miles Murphy. So I like this pick. The Chicago Bears, pick 9. They do go Miles Murphy. So good on them. They literally just scraped up so much draft capital. So they basically they have, by moving to 9 via twice, they have what, 2 first round. They got 2 first rounders, 3 second rounders, and a 4th rounder. So not half bad. I would have done that second trade. I think I would have won a little bit more if someone wanted to move up to 4, because it just, again, you're not grabbing a Will Anderson or a Jalen Carter at that point. It's like, now it's out of my hands. Now I just got to settle for whoever falls here at 9. Luckily, Miles Murphy, really good prospect, very high upside, but still leaves a bad taste in the mouth. All right, pick 10, Philadelphia Eagles, Bijan Robinson. Get used to this, Eagles fans. Get used to it. It's something people are going to mock. I'm very curious. Like, I can't wait. I can't wait to see where Bijan goes, because, like, that's the $1 million question right now. The Tennessee Titans are going Peter Skoronsky. There we go. Gotta nurse the voice so I don't lose it. Yeah, I mean, arm length, that's gonna be a concern. We won't know until he actually gets measured out at the combine. But like, this guy can play left tackle, he can play left guard. Fun fact: Tennessee Titans, they need that. They need that bad. They need it bad. What's this one? I need it bad. I don't know. We're talking football. No music here. Oh, okay. We see a little run going on the tackles here. We got Paris Johnson. This is actually very easy. Or very interesting. I said easy. I really feel like I want to bat as Usher. It's really bothering me. Anywho, Laramie Tunsil, he wants to reset the OT market with his next contract. The Texans shouldn't be the ones to do it. I mean, they have the money to. I think they should. They have the money to. You have the money to. I mean, I guess Paris Johnson enables Titus. I mean, okay, to be fair, in this case, you don't want to. They're not re-signing Laramie Tunsil. I don't like that idea. He's literally one of the best tackles in the league. Like, yeah, it sucks. You're going to have to pay him a lot, but it's kind of worth it. So at this point, like, you're kind of hoping Titus Howard moves into guard. Because, like, I don't know, do you really want to be starting Paris Johnson at guard? And then I guess you eventually just move on so you don't have to re-sign Howard. I don't know, man. Tackle was not on my bingo card for the Texans. I'll just say that. The Las Vegas Raiders. Wait, is this a trade? Is this a trade? Okay, so this was the Jets. So the Jets received Derek Carr and a second-round pick for this 13th overall. Okay, that's interesting. So the Jets get Derek Carr. They also get a second-round pick. And Las Vegas moves up to, once again, not take a quarterback, which is fine. They go ahead. They get Joey Porter. Okay, I don't mind it. I like it. They need more help there in the secondary. Nate Hobbs is about it. A lot of those other guys are free agents, so makes sense. So they grab Broderick Jones and Joey Porter. The New England Patriots go Jordan Addison. Great pick. They get a difference maker. They're at receiver, a guy that can stretch the field vertically and horizontally. Great separating speed. The Green Bay Packers go Derek Hall. Wow, they're exceptionally high on Derek Hall. I'd go Michael Mayer. Is Quentin Johnston? Quentin Johnston's still on the board. I might take me Quentin Johnston. I really might. I don't know how he's still on the board. But Derek Hall, like, ooh, I have him more as a, like, mid day 2 guy. Because he's not that flexible. Like, you can't consistently be like a Y9 guy in the NFL. Derek Hall's a better run defender than pass rusher right now. But there's reason to believe the Packers staff can't groom him into reaching his full potential. Quarterback disrupted potential. I mean, he doesn't have the flexibility. This isn't like you're grabbing Rashawn Gary. You know, it's not the same thing. Interesting pick. Cam Smith going to the Commanders. They need cornerback help. Cam Smith happens to be a corner. Quentin Johnston making it here for the Detroit Lions. I mean, this is... ooh. So, Johnston will be much more than a DJ Chark replacement, which... I mean, dude, can you imagine, like, Quentin Johnston, Jameson Williams... They sprinkle Amon-Ra St. Brown in there. Oh my gosh, dude. Somebody give me a cigarette. Oh. Ooh. That just sounds all kinds of sexy. Ooh. Ooh. But I know Detroit fans really want to, like, double up on defense. But, I mean, I think if the talent falls, then go ahead and pick it up. Brian Brazee going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just kind of fell this way. I mean, I guess the next tackle on the board here is like Darnell Wright, Anton Harrison. Those are the two guys I think of that would be on my board. But Brian Brazee is like, this is an exceptional value. You don't expect him to be here at 18. So I think that's a good pick by Steelers. To see if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take a quarterback. No, they take Keely Ringo. Okay. I'm not positive. I don't really think Brady's back with the Bucks. I mean, I guess I'm a bit like 60-40 on it right now. But I think definitely the position to snag for the Bucks is corner in a deep corner class, in a corner class where I think we're going to see like maybe 6 corners potentially off the board in the first round, maybe even 7. Yeah, no, I like this. You obviously got Jameel Dean, Sean Murphy Bunting are going to be free agents. I don't think they're going to have especially if you bring Brady back, they're not going to have the money to sign one of those guys. So grabbing a corner draft, I think, is ideal. Seattle Seahawks take Anthony Richardson. So you get Geno Smith to be able to groom Richardson. It's kind of weird because it's like you look at Pete Carroll, and dude's young at heart, but he is old. And do you want him to really be like developing a quarterback he's probably not going to end up coaching in like 4 years? I don't know. I think it's an interesting notion. It's an interesting thought. I'm just saying that I think the next time Seattle makes a move at quarterback, I don't think Pete Carroll is going to be the coach. But this is actually, I think you know what? This is a lottery ticket worth taking. Like, honestly is. Especially if they decide to hire from within. Like, if Pete Carroll just does decide to retire, if they hire within, it actually makes a bit more sense. Because you want someone, at least offensively, that is familiar with the developmental process of Anthony Richardson. So, or you could just, I guess, try or sign a defensive-minded coach. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think the now that I've like talked about this, talked it out loud, spilt my guts with y'all, I don't think I'm that turned away by the Seattle Seahawks taking Anthony Richardson. Yeah, I think I've come around to it. Michael Mayer going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I really feel like this is if they don't bring back Evan Ingram, who's been money for them, been really good. Trevor Lawrence established connections with lesser talents at the position. You're going to disrespect Dan Arnold like that? No, but Michael Mayer is that good. I think I'm still probably going, maybe want to go corner here? Or offensive line. Talent's kind of off. You got Devon Witherspoon still here. I think all the other corners are off the board at this point. Because then it's Devon Witherspoon. And then you're probably staring down, like, at this point, like, Clark Phillips, Emmanuel Forbes, Jalen Jones. I think that's the next set of corners that could probably sneak into the first round. But I mean, Michael Mayer is a really good value here. Plus, I mean, Evan Ingram's a 1-year deal. Maybe they don't bring him back. Miami Dolphins forfeited their pick and somehow made the playoffs, man. Fins up, baby. Fins up. All right, so John Michael Schmidt's going to the New York Giants here. Not a sexy pick. Really not. Like, I mean, I guess I can imagine you want to take a stab at one of the receivers here. Might not be the best value. Maybe, I think Devon Witherspoon would be a phenomenal pickup as well. I mean, I think maybe even Osiris Torrance. I mean, I have him rated higher. I don't know. Interesting. Not a sexy pick for the Giants, but maybe one that needed to happen. Baltimore Ravens, Jackson Smith-Njigba. He's the best run blocking receiver in this class. He can create after the catch. Lamar needs weapons. Just kind of fits all these check boxes for the Baltimore Ravens. The Los Angeles Chargers are going with DeJuan Jones. They're trying to get a big boy right tackle. I think him and Jamari Sawyer could go at it, and then the loser could kick into one of the guard. Maybe they move Zion Johnson to left guard. And then that way, to be fair, I mean, I feel like Zion Johnson could play either spot, right guard or left guard. I feel like if Jamari Sawyer loses, then move that guy to left guard. He has all this experience about working on the left side. Again, this is me assuming that they move on from Matt Filer. Is it Filer? Feeler? Yeah. But if you then obviously if you have Dwan Jones, Jamar Sawyer beats him out, I guess, for that right tackle spot, then you move Jones in to right guard, move Zion over to left. I don't know. I think there's a lot of cool things you could do with this and have a great offensive line moving forward. Rashee Rice going to the Dallas Cowboys. For me, Rashee Rice is not a first rounder right now, so this is a bit of a reach. Everyone talks about him as a rising prospect. But listen, I really like the guy. I like him better third round, midday 2. That's my area for him. That really is. The Cincinnati Bengals go Brian Branch. Let me tell you, the best value on the board is Brian Branch. It really is. Lucas Van Ness potentially too, but I have Brian Branch higher. So they have okay, that's fair. They have expiring deals in both Von Bell, who I imagine you could probably bring him back on a cheap, like a relatively low cost deal compared to Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates, kiss him goodbye. Just kiss him goodbye. Because Daxton Hill is probably going to take over. You know what? This is actually, like, that's cool. If you let both those guys go, Daxton Hill, Brian Branch, that's a sexy safety duo. Really is. You got Mike Hilton there in the slot. Your outside corners consist of Awuzie. You got Cam Taylor-Britt. Do they have other guys out there? Actually, yeah, hold on. What's the depth chart of the Bengals right now? Yeah, I'm going to pretend like Eli Apple doesn't exist. Here we go. Trey Flowers. Golly. Wow, they really don't have anybody. They really don't have anybody at corner. Uzier's hurt. Tyson Anderson on IR. The versatile defensive back from Toledo. Yeah, they really don't have anyone at corner. Maybe more cornerback depth later in the draft would be nice. Minnesota goes Devon Witherspoon. This is ideal. I think he's going a lot higher than this. If you haven't watched my corner rankings, obviously you already know. I think he is going a heck of a lot higher than this. And holy smokes, this looks vile. All right, so Sean Payton getting traded. New Orleans Saints. I like this. These are a lot of fun trades. So New Orleans receives a first-round pick, a second-round pick in 2024, plus Albert O for Sean Payton. That's interesting. That really is. So you get a nice vertical threat there to pair up with Juwan Johnson at tight end. They also still have what's the cat's name from Dayton? Adam Troutman. But get Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, okay, hold on. Let's read this because this team needs a quarterback. Not that there's one to draft at this point. The Saints are gifted this pick by the Broncos. Blah blah blah. Free agency and cap magic will play a heavy role in the needs of this team. But I think Alvin Kamara's time in New Orleans is coming to an end. They were shopping him earlier in the year, to be fair. They could either trade him this offseason or wait until his legal issues resolve and move him in the season. Either way, I'd be surprised if Kamara was on the Saints in 2024. All right, so they grabbed Jahmyr Gibbs. I wouldn't take a running back this high. I mean, I just want. Maybe with that. Oh, well, you don't have the second round pick for 2023. Well, I guess you do have a second round pick. If you want to run back, take your swing on running back there. This is me, man. I want to take really good value, but I mean, honestly, what value is there to be had here at this pick? There's Lucas Van Ness that's still on the board. Man, I'm struggling to think what corner or like what talent is left. Tanner McKee. Yeah, this is kind of a wonky spot. Jameer Gibbs actually might end up being fine if it allows you to get off Alvin Kamara's deal. It's kind of good. All right, the Buffalo Bills take Antonio Johnson. They get that other safety to start basically prepared for the duo of Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde to be gone. They are going to have to move on to a new safety duo. Excuse me. Johnson enables you to do that. Man, I hope I don't have the hiccups. Jalen Wyatt going to the Chiefs. Speedster, Blazer. I get it. Oh, man. We miss Tyreek Speed so much. I don't think you need that, man. Address the defense. Lucas Van Ness is literally... Him and Isaiah Foskey are Spagnola type of pass rushers. This team needs more pass rushing threats. Take it here. Don't address the offense. If we're going to address the offense here, let it be tackle, for goodness sake. And the Philadelphia Eagles, to close it off, go Isaiah Foskey. They didn't trade up with their other pick, right? What did they get? Trying to remember. Oh, Bijan Robinson. That's right. So they give Foskey a very high floor edge rusher in this class. Honestly, kind of fits the Eagles' style, what they like in their pass rushers or edge setters. So it's not half bad. But that's it for the video. Go ahead, do the YouTube thing. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. And until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.